1, 2. Yeah, that's working.
Can you hear me okay, Cam?
Yeah, I got you.
Ah, okay.
Wait for
Awesome.
the cue when we are audio
Yeah.
live.
We are here, Cam. We're live.
All right, then. Well, awesome. So we are currently live with National eSTOL, doing the National eSTOL dance. Last week we were doing the in real life dance for National Stole. So you know what that means. We are at the same airfield that we were at last weekend. We are at Rosecrans Memorial Airport in St. Joseph, Missouri. That is Kilo Sierra Tango. I forgot what J was because I am just so excited to be here.
I think it's a Juliet, but
that is a
I'm not going to rule
Juliet.
it out. Yeah.
It came back to me. All right, so this week we are super lucky because we get to have Cat Blue Flame and Tom Wolf on with us today. So it's not just me and the music; it's the whole gang, and I'm super excited to be here. Cat, how are you doing?
I am excited. It's I've been watching the practices. The pilots are revved up, ready to go, including myself. I'm flying today, so yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be super exciting. Very glad to be here. Tom, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, we're here at Rosecrans Airport. Last weekend we were here live, and we had a 9-knot crosswind the whole day. And looks like today we're gonna have a 4-knot headwind. That's gonna be perfect for the competition today.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Yeah, I'm looking at the winds right now. Weather is saying that winds are out of the 170 at 4 knots, visibility 10 miles. Clouds are few at 3,400. Temperature is 88 degrees Fahrenheit or 31 degrees Celsius. Altimeter is 29.87. So, and the field density is 3,258 feet. So, dude, it's looking good. It's looking mighty fine for some good stolen today. And of course, we could.
Excellent conditions.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Of course, we couldn't be here without National Stole, and we also couldn't be here without Moza Flight. So thank you to our sponsors for allowing us to be here and helping us out along the way. Like I said, we couldn't do it without them. And then our supporters, of course, the viewers, all the viewers just like you, all the Av Geeks, because you may not be an Av Geek while you're watching right now, but you're going to leave being an Av Geek and you're going to want more. So I promise you that. And of course, all the amazing volunteers that help us organize these events. We absolutely couldn't do without you. And then almost the most important piece are the pilots that are here with us today. So we thank collectively everyone for being here, and I'm excited to get everything on the go. So without further ado, I think you might be wondering why we are here. And that's a great time to queue up the What is Stole video so you can see exactly what we're doing here. So I'm going to cue to that, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Garrettson, Takeoff and landing competitions are simple. We have the pilots here competing in separate classes to get the lowest score possible. As you see behind me, we have the start-finish line, so let's start with the takeoff. This runway is marked with a start-finish line, and as a competitor parks their main gear on the line, they apply power and position their aircraft to get off the ground as soon as possible. Once their main gear leaves the ground, a line judge will mark their takeoff score using the measuring line along the side. This score will be added to the pilot's landing score on this heat. The landing is in two parts. It's either over the line and counted, or if the pilot's main gear touches down before the line, or even touches the line, this heat score is scratched and results on a landing disqualification, and the pilot will have to rely on another takeoff and landing score to get them on the podium. A quick look at our aircraft shows we have two types of landing gear, tricycle and tail draggers. On the tail dragger aircraft, the score is marked from the two main wheels toward the front of the airplane. And for tricycle landing gear, the score is marked by the two main gear in the rear of the aircraft. It's a fierce competition out here, but at the end of the day, it's all about building better and safer pilots in the skies. It's a great day for STOL competitions. Let's get it started.
All right, now you know what's up. We're here. We're going to have a whole bunch of fun. I can't wait. Kat, you're looking good over there.
Oh, thank you very much. You're looking good yourself.
Oh, thank you. You know, I finally have like my life figured out. I've got like the whole green screen thing happening behind me, and I've got plenty of light on me. So now I'm just not a talking shadow how I've been in the past. So, all right. And on the screen, you can see what's about to happen. We're about to have the touring class brought to you by National STOL. We've got race number 123, Baracus, and the actually everybody's going to be in a Wilga, so we'll just get that out of the way. Just maybe a different version of the Wilga, like Baracus is in the Wilga 80X. Brown Dog and Fish Foo are going to be in the 80P. So race number 123, Baracus from Plymouth, Great Britain, that's the GB. We've got race number 942, Brown Dog from Lake Cumberland, Kentucky in the Wilga 80P. And one of my favorite on-screen names, race number 24, the Great Fish Foo from Denver, Colorado, also in the Wilga 80P. And Kat, I am just a big fan of all these liveries. I know you have experience with creating your own liveries because you have some of the most spicy and cool liveries in the game. But I really enjoy what all the racers are doing, or what all the competitors are doing with these aircraft. Can you like kind of explain like what goes into making a livery like this, like how we see on Baracus's aircraft?
You have to use some other programs, so you have to use things like Blender, yeah, it can be quite an in-depth thing. Some planes are a lot easier to paint than others. I'll be honest, I'm not the best painter in the world. Well, I painted okay, but then I'll usually go over to Steffi, who is an amazing livery creator, and they usually fix everything that I've broken.
All right. Well, that sounds like a lot of work that I have no idea what I would be doing, but I definitely would love to jump in. But we got Brown Dog's aircraft right here with the lovely American flag on the tail and his signature on the wings, essentially. Nice livery going on there, as he's giving us a little tail wag.
give it a little waggle. Yeah, absolutely. Well, this is their little 15 minutes of fame. So yeah, as a pilot, I have to say we do really enjoy this moment, getting out in front of the camera, showing off our paint, our planes, and yeah.
Awesome. So now we're looking at the Great Fish Foo. I'm like pantomiming, like putting my hands together and doing a nice bow, because that just sounds like someone who demands respect, being called the great anything. So We've got him in the Wilga ADP. Just a lovely aircraft. It may look a little gangly, but it is one of our favorites here in game. Especially anything with a radio on it is absolutely just strikingly cool. Like, I'm a 100% huge fan of anything with the radio. How about you, Kat? You like radials, or you like inlines, or the horizontals
Oh
more?
no, I'm a big fan of a radio. As you say, there's nothing quite like the sound of round.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, folks, we are right now getting ready for the green flag, which will allow us to launch our touring class. The weather is perfect, so we're just waiting on our air bosses, and there it is. It's right there. The green flag. You see it. It's right there. So we're going to have...
We're ready to get.
Absolutely. So we'll have um, Baracus on the go here in just a moment. Also known as the great Mark Hawkins. Like I said, anytime you've got the great anything in front of your name, you command respect. So love that Ferrari livery on the front of that aircraft. And looks like we are ready to go for National eSTOL Pony Express Stol, and there he goes. Excellent takeoff.
Yeah, very smooth. Always really smooth from Baracus. He's one of those pilots that just he almost makes the Wilga look like it's flying through treacle.
Absolutely. And his takeoff was 176 feet. Next up, we've got Brown Dog. He's on the go. He's okay. Very good takeoff from Brown Dog. He kept the tail stuck to the ground, but that is a-okay. We're measuring from where the mains leave, and that looked like it might have been sub 100. So we'll see when that
They
number
looked
comes in.
really good. Brown Dog has been, or I would say, is the one to beat in the Wilga class, or the touring class at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the Great Fish Foo as well with his wonderful takeoff and off into the clouds. Not really, but kind of sort of. We just get that nice background there, seeing the Wilgas in the foreground, and as well as our lovely airport, Rosecrans Memorial. All right. And now we've got Baracus back on final with us. Don't have a score for Brown Dog's takeoff just yet, but Fish Foo was 139 feet.
Brown Dog's scores have always taken a while to get in. We're pretty sure he just mails them into us.
Agreed. And here we go with those flaps deployed, and yeah, very good.
Yeah,
For
he
Mark
wasn't giving up
Hawkins.
any distance over the line there.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. And that's what we want to see. We want to see you land as close to the line as possible. You can't touch the line, you can't land ahead of the line, but once you're past the line, you're good to go as long as you keep it nose forward down the runway. All right, next up we've got Brown Dog, who is one of our in real life competition volunteers.
Brown Dog's actually the eSTOL community manager, so not just a volunteer for the real style, but
Yeah, no, that was woo. That was awesome.
yeah, that was an interesting moment in the cockpit. I'm sure he'll be picking bits of that seat out for a little moment.
But yeah, Kat, you said that he is the community manager for eSTOL.
He is indeed, yeah, absolutely.
All right, so you get to talk to Brown Dog whenever you decide to become a pilot with us as well. All right, Fish Food giving it a good go, getting it stopped ahead of 200 feet, so that's a sub 200-foot landing from Fish Foo.
I will put Brown Dog scores in once I get them.
Scores coming in for Brown Dog. Scores will take a moment to come in for Brown Dog. Like I say, his scores are usually delayed, but so far, Mark Hawkins 331 and Fish Foo total score of 326. So very close with those two.
Right.
Yeah, so here we go. Run 2. And
Here we
if people
go.
aren't aware, you get three runs at this, and the lowest score, it's a bit like golf, lowest score wins. And the lowest score out of your 3 runs, as long as they're all 3 successful runs, is the one to beat.
Absolutely.
And again, another
Good.
very smooth takeoff.
Up next is Brown Dog. He's on the line right now.
Now, one of the things you might see with Brown Dog, especially if there's any crosswind component, is you'll see him unstick one wheel and then the other, or he'll just unstick everything, apparently.
Right?
But yeah, we call it cocking the leg, like a dog does. So it's appropriate because I think a lot of us have learnt it from Brown Dog doing it, and it seems to be a good method to get those mains unstuck, and it's working for him.
Gotcha. All right, Fish Foo.
Brackett's first takeoff 174, so even better than last time. And Fish Foo's takeoff 154, so only 20 feet in it with them at the moment.
Okay, yeah. Love seeing those scores drop lower and lower as we see our pilots get it more dialed in throughout their runs. And like you said earlier, everyone gets 3 runs. So you'll just see those numbers start coming down slowly for each round.
Yeah, and another thing you'll also notice the pilots do is a lot of them will be a bit more conservative on their first run. Just get some numbers on the board. Do a run, get some numbers. And then your second and third runs are the ones to go hell for leather. Oh, and that's
right.
lovely angle of attack there.
Yeah. Almost just a straight up 3-point landing from Mr. Baracus.
I think you'd be very happy with that landing.
Oh, yeah.
That was a landing of 129. A total of 303. So, don't know about Brown Dog scores, but so far, he's in the lead.
Absolutely. And there's the man himself, Brown Dog, on final. Got that high alpha happening right now. It's probably modulating the throttle to keep the nose up, keep the mains off the ground. Ooh, and that was like one of those carrier landings. Hit the 3-wire indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing you might notice in the simulator, you might see planes do a bit of a bounce like you saw there. Rest assured, that's not what's happening in the cockpit. They're not bouncing 20 feet in the air. It's just one of those fun side effects of running in the simulator.
Absolutely. All right, Fish Foo on the go with the flaps down. Good landing over the line, looks like.
Yeah, again, very smooth from Fish Foo there. I feel like maybe he carried a little bit too much horizontal velocity, not quite converting it into vertical and pushing that energy into the ground.
Oh yeah, agreed. And that's what we want. We want that vertical energy going into the ground. So you're in the air, you want to put that energy as deep into the ground as possible without breaking your aircraft.
Here we go, the final lap of the touring class, and everybody's final chance. Currently in the lead is the man on the screen with a score of 303, and yeah, rest assured, now is when you pull all the stops out and try to give it everything you've got.
That's right, Kat. We're going to see everyone get a little bit more brave. Oh. You know, as soon as the tail came up, I swear I saw sunlight underneath the tires. We'll see what that score is in just a moment, but I think it's going to be really short.
It looked good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's his shortest takeoff so far, 162.
All right. Brown Dog on the go now. Also with the mains off the ground. I can't tell if he touched back down or not, but those mains were ready to fly. The tail wasn't. You can see the tail was still stuck to the ground. That's okay though. Yeah. But we'll see if he touched down again, because if he touched down past the point where the mains left the ground, then we measure from that last touchdown point.
Yeah, it's always the very last moment those mains leave the earth.
I don't know what to say about that takeoff from Fish Food. That looked fantastic.
I think he got a good gust of wind there, and he just it looks like he just pressed up on the elevator.
Is that A or B on the controller?
It all depends. Some of our pilots are using a yoke. I use a yoke. Some of our pilots are using joysticks.
Yep.
I know one of our pilots has a handheld controller that has throttles and things on it. So yeah, we have every kind of controller. I'm sure somebody's on keyboard.
Oh man, yeah, that's a true keyboard warrior there.
Absolutely.
All right, Baracus, short final, chopping it, plopping it, dropping it.
That is a short landing from Baracus there.
Oh yeah, that is what you did not pay money to come see today. All right, Brown Dog on final. Looking like a leaf out there, just floating, giving us the best Harrier impression. Unfortunately, here in the States, the Harrier has been retired this week. So, looks like he's doing a little dedication to our AV-8B Harrier 2. That was really close to the line.
Bouncy. And also, you'll notice Brown Dog does this thing where he'll cut his engine as well. Not sure what advantage it gives it to him, or if it's just style. Either way, it looks cool. Agreed.
Yeah, I know that is something that Hal, in real life, one of our real life pilots, used to fly Rans, now he flies a Badlands Recaro. Mr. Hal Stockman, he cuts the power because there's still a little bit of horsepower produced even with the propeller at low power settings. Okay, Fish Food.
Might have been, yeah, I think that's Fish Food's shortest landing as well. And these are quite large planes as well. The fact that they are landing in 263 feet, 277 feet, it's and that's takeoff and landing. It's very impressive.
Absolutely. Okay, so that is going to conclude the touring class. And Kat, I know you're just like me. We haven't gotten the scores in for Brown Dog, but man, these numbers from Baracus is from Fish Fruit. Fish Fruit is he just pops up there right now, so those numbers are looking
yeah, Fish Fruit's last For takeoff of 130, landing 133, a total of 263. That is consistency as well.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. I know everyone can see the touring class lineup right now. We're going to see if we can get those scores. And it looks like Baracus is number one, but this might be just the lineup. So
that is just the lineup. I can tell you there has been one or two issues with the scores and getting the scores on screen. So we may not actually see any scores on screen. So we'll just have to do our best to relay the scores as best we can and let everybody know what we see back here behind the scenes.
oh yeah. So if you are taking notes, you got your notepad or you got your field notes next to you, Fish Fu had a combined total. His lowest combined total is 263 feet. And Mark Hawkins, aka Baracus, is at 277. So we'll see what that number is for Brown Dog once we get them, and we will update you as soon as we possibly can. But right now, it looks like Fish Food is in the lead.
Absolutely. Another of those nail-biting moments where we don't get to find out what happened, just like Ryan does at the end of Pony Express last week.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't give away the scores until he goes out there and does the podium dance. So, but it is. I love that shot. That's a really cool shot with the eSTOL feather flag and the Wilgas in the background. It's a good time out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all of the scenery work done by Dan Olb, our scenery developer, and what he does to bring what happens one weekend into the next weekend. It's good work.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So next up, we will have the backcountry class. So that's gonna be super exciting. We're gonna have like your Rans S6s and your American Champion Scouts and aircraft of that nature, which are I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyways. They are essential, your quintessential backcountry aircraft. You're going to see them if you're going to any type of backcountry event or hanging out with friends or landing on the sandbar or the gravel bar. You're definitely going to see those type of aircraft out there. And Kat, if you don't mind, I'll give it to you for the lineup for backcountry.
Yeah, absolutely. So number 44, we have Slim Jim. He is in American Champ Scout, and he comes from Salem, Oregon. 182, Captain Buzz. He is in a Rans S6S, and he's from Trensburg, I think that's how you say it, Tronsburg in Norway. And finally, Ski Echo in another Rans S6S, and he's from Columbia, South Carolina.
Awesome. Good to see all of those competitors here. I'm also I feel like we're both suffering from the same thing. Like if you remember the first competition this year, we had Forder on, and he was like, I can't see, everything's so small. I'm like, oh yeah. So now I feel like I'm doing my best Forder impression right now. It's like I can see it, but I can't see it. But I'm excited. I like how they got the camera centered on the Moza billboard back there. Of course, one of our sponsors for National STOL and National eSTOL. Great to have them on board. And I know that I'm very appreciative of them being a part of the game because they offer us some of the coolest controllers. I say controllers, but the peripherals, sticks, rudders, throttle quadrants, like all the things, and actually have force feedback, which is one of those supremo features that you don't really get in the price range that they offer. Is usually just way higher where you get the force feedback. So check them out if you're interested in setting up a rig at home, because you can do it. I don't want to say on the cheap, but you can definitely do it at a good price point when compared to some of our other companies out there making the same type of controllers.
Cam, I don't know if you.
And sorry, carry on, Tom.
No, sorry. I said, Cam, I don't know if you've tried their products, but actually we had them at FS Weekend, and we allowed people to use the products for a STOL competition there. And then this weekend, coming up at Flight Sim Expo in Minneapolis, St. Paul, we'll be at the River Center there with 5 cockpits, all the MOSA equipment, force feedback equipment, and doing a flight simulator convention, a STOL competition there on the field at the floor of the FS Expo. So we'll have stuff you can try out there too.
Heck yeah, I have not had a chance to set my my MOSA equipment up just yet, but I can't wait because it's going to be a crazy upgrade from using. I love my Yawman, like that's cool and everything, but I'm ready to have like the full setup. I got the yoke, I've got the rudders, I've got the throttle quadrant, so it's going to be really cool to be able to utilize that. Hopefully one of these days I'm going to be able to fly out with Kat and some of our other competitors, and then eventually I'm going to nudge my way into the competition scene for eSTOL. So, very excited.
Love to see that. While we are talking of these things, absolutely. While we are talking about these things, the website, our merch. Oh, let me move that other way. The merch. We currently have 10% off during this event, and you just enter in Pony Express.
Heck yeah, 10% off for all the goodies. Okay. So we are getting the taxi
from the sounds
dance.
of what I can hear, from the sounds of what I can hear in the background, we've got planes taxiing and coming round and getting ready for the backcountry class.
All right. Should have.
As you mentioned, Cam,
Go ahead,
it
Tom.
should be the American Champion Scout and 2 Rans S6Ss coming up to compete in the backcountry class.
Heck yeah. I'm always excited to see what liveries we've got going on this week. You know, they can change from competition to competition in eSTOL, which is really cool, I think, because, of course, you know, you wouldn't be doing that at National STOL, right? Like in real life, like it costs a heavy chunk of change to repaint an aircraft in between competitions, and your A&P or whoever your painter is probably wouldn't appreciate it all that often, unless you're giving them a little bit of extra tip on the side. There on screen, we've got that 1974 American Champion Scout from Hangar Studios 713. I believe this is Slim Jim.
It is Slim Jim.
With that beautiful
absolutely. Yep. And Hangar Studios is one of the supporters, amongst many other supporters, but Hangar Studios is one of the supporters of eSTOL as well.
Heck yeah. Got a chance to meet him last year at Appalachian Mountain STOL, and of course he came out this year to give support for the in real life Appalachian Mountain STOL. So always appreciative of him stopping by and saying hi into the booth and into the trailer, and just being present, because that's what it's about, being present. All right, next up, we've got our first of our 2 Rans S6s, Captain Butters, that lovely tail livery, lovely livery, and that lovely
I absolutely
picture
love his
tail.
logo. Yeah, it's a really good one, and the Rans is a really pretty little plane as well.
Yeah, we won't talk about the nose wheel, but it's okay. I mean, you know, all airplanes get love here. So
Absolutely, we love a nose dragger.
yeah. And next up is our second Rans S6, the tail wheel configuration. So you get to see both flavors of
This
the
is
brands.
Scheme Echo, and that's a default paint job, that one, and it's a good one. Yellow on a plane always works.
Absolutely, and I'm kind of biased because my airplane is mostly yellow as well, but it's just one of those colors that deserves to be on some part of the airplane, if not almost the whole thing. Right, so that was our last competitor in our taxi dance for the backcountry class, which means that we are about to get started with our first takeoff for Pony Express eSTOL 2026 for the backcountry class. Love all the drone camera footage that we have going on, and our camera operators are just doing an exquisite job with this. Here's the green flag. Hear that engine spool up in just a moment. And Slim Jim will be on the way. Put down the first numbers for the backcountry class here. Here we go. Pulling back on the sticks, flaps deployed, and off into the sky. For that number in just a moment. As Captain Butters pulls up to the line, puts those mains on there.
Yeah, as you notice, as he is, we call them nose draggers. Yeah, you'll see he's got his two rear main gear on the line, and that's what we measure from. He got that up. I think that was up a little quicker. Not by much, but I think it was a little shorter on that one.
Agreed.
It will be really interesting to see the difference between the nose and the tail. I find one is more helpful for takeoff, one more helpful for landing. So, but let's see if the numbers show that same thought.
Yeah, absolutely. Scheme Echo.
Oh, and I think he popped it too early. It was not ready to fly.
I agree 100%.
And
like
that's something you'll see in the real life style as well. It's all about, especially with the tail draggers, it's about timing that moment where you drop that tail down and try to pop those mains off.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now, as you mentioned, we were talking about the nose dragger. What's cool about the nose draggers in the backcountry scene or in the STOL scene period is that it makes it more accessible for those of us who don't have a tailwheel endorsement. So I think that's one of the main thoughts behind like the NX Cub with the nose wheel was with the actual real aircraft is marketed towards those pilots that don't have tailwheel endorsements, and it just makes it very easy for someone who's flown like a Cherokee or a 172. Oh no!
Oh,
that's gonna be a scratch.
Yeah, that was a scratch. Yeah.
For Slim Jim.
First scratch of the day.
It's okay. Got 2 more runs.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so if you do have that nose gear and you don't have a tailwheel endorsement, it does make it more accessible for you to join all your friends that do have their tailwheel endorsements or tail dragger aircraft in the backcountry. So very happy to see manufacturers that do that. Very happy to see pilots that are very interested in joining their friends. But you don't have to have a tailwheel endorsement, although I will just 100% say that the best pilots do have their tailwheel endorsements. All right.
Ooh, that was clean.
Yeah, Cap Butters.
You buttered that one.
Yeah, that was it was absolutely buttered. Yeah, 100%.
All right, 161-foot landing paired with a 142 takeoff, so 303, and Captain Butters is on the board. Here's your different flavor of the Rans S6.
He's a lot faster.
Oh, yep.
I don't know whether he clipped a prop on that or not.
Yeah, that is.
I feel
He's doing his-
like he might have clipped a prop on that. I feel like it was just it's going to go under review. I feel like he was, and I'm going to say it, it's the first time he was looking for pennies, and unfortunately, I think in this occasion, he may have found some.
I hope not. I hope that he was just trying to do his best Tom Pond impression from last week. Tom was having some super touchy brakes, so he went from having a little bit of brake fade in practice to having just some very sensitive brakes that he was figuring out. And there was a time where that tail came up and it stayed up and it went a little bit past level and then came back down, and it was very exciting. And I'm just hoping that Scheme Echo was just doing that impression and is able to continue with us. There's no black flag so far, so I'm gonna assume that that is gonna take. It's gonna be a long score, a high number for him, but that's okay. He's got 2 more rounds to fix that. So.
From the looks of it, I think he's on his way back to the pits. Obviously, we're in a simulator here, which doesn't model damage, but we tried to do our very best to replicate exactly what you'll see the weekend before. And if somebody did have a touch on a prop, then they're going to need to go and get that looked at. So that's exactly what he's done there. Unfortunately, that will be his weekend. But we still have 2 amazing pilots in a face-off.
Yeah, and so far, Captain Butters, who's on screen right now, 303, so numbers on the board. Slim Jim had scratched his last landing, so no numbers on the board, but we're about to, I have a good feeling he's going to throw something down quite nice.
Absolutely, absolutely. I can tell you when you are in the pattern and you know you've scratched, it does pressure you, but it's good pressure. It just pushes you to, maybe the second one you go a little bit further, saving that last round for your final attack.
I think that's why we see a lot of guys that try to do a good run the first time, get a good solid run the first time, then come back around and do, pushed harder and harder the second and third run, because they know they have one in the books then. It's a lot different when you don't have one in the books. You have to kind of make up for that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, absolutely. Or there are people like myself and Wick Tuasa, who you'll see later, who only have one speed, and that's do our best.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't say your only speed is do your best. I'd say your only speed is top gear.
And on that note, I am about to shift it into top gear. I'm going to love you and leave you. I'll be back after my rounds. I'm going to jump in and get my fuel checked. I will see you guys in a bit. And also, what a moment to leave on a landing like that.
Oh yeah, that's definitely one of those lawn dart moments for sure.
Yeah, Slim did a lot better that time. He came over the line about 10 feet past the line and rolled it out a lot better, a lot cleaner than he did the first time. Landing distance of 146.
All right. So yeah, on the board with a total of 348. Well, Cap Butters is in the lead with 303.
That was the right speed for that approach.
That was absolutely buttery, if I do say so myself.
Just touching down past the line and then rolling out in a nice distance. Look, about 150 feet or so. I'm waiting to see where it shows up. 120 feet.
Oh my goodness. So that is going to be the shortest landing for Captain Butters. With a longer takeoff than his first, but that's...
Sorry, Cam.
Oh, yeah. No. That's going to give him 300 feet, so 3 feet shorter than first round for Captain Butters, with even a longer takeoff than the first round. So quite impressive for that landing.
If you can get that the second takeoff was about 40 feet longer than the first one. If you can do another 140 foot takeoff here in the third one, and you could really put some good numbers down on the score here. I'm looking for like a 250 total from him. Here's Slim Jim.
Oh yeah. Textbook takeoff, flaps deployed, pulling back on the stick, plane was ready to fly. Looked great from that angle. Tom, you gonna do that in the Comanche one day?
Yeah, it's me. I'll lower the fuel down a little bit and go in and fuel on it. I'd be happy to do a 500 foot takeoff the Comanche. Yeah, the Rands and the Champ have a little bit of a benefit, that we don't have in the Comanche, is that they're all manual flaps, Johnson bar flaps. So you can pull on those and get those immediately when you want them, whereas my flaps take about 15 seconds to come down. They're nice and slow, but they do eventually come down. But I don't have the ability to do that like they do on takeoff. So we saw the Comanche before, but I don't want to get sidetracked with that. But we've seen that before, where they do that with electric flaps.
Oh yeah, absolutely. With Timmy's Flow.
That's correct.
At the Central Florida Classic a few years back.
Trying to see how we're doing on the scores in this third run.
Oh yeah. A little bit longer takeoff roll for Slim Jim. So it's gonna be dependent on his landing here in just a moment.
Now here comes Slim Jim on final. And his Champ.
Looking good. A little high, but he's got plenty of real estate to lower, modulate that height with.
Those nice
flop it in.
A little rough, but I think that's a good landing.
Yep.
It's a 119 foot landing from Slim Jim. 223 foot takeoff for a score of 342. So it still keeps him in second, but that was really an impressive landing from him. That matched Captain Butters' last landing. That was a really good run by him, by Slim Jim.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Captain Butters, here on final, and flying to his namesake. I mean, like, his takeoffs, his landings have been super smooth. I don't know if that's just in game, like if that's the dynamics of the Rands, but I feel like it's Captain Butters' dynamics. Like, he's just a great aviator in game.
That was a great approach, right over the line. Just like his last one, maybe about 18 feet past the line. Sorry, I was wrong. It was 2 feet past the line, so a perfect touchdown and a stopping distance of 119. So he matched Slim Jim's stopping distance. He brought his score down from about 320 to 285. So he's still in first place with a score 285.
Man, most impressive, as the Lord of the Sith would say. All right, so that's going to conclude the backcountry class for Pony Express eSTOL 2026. Got Slim Jim in first place with a score of...
That's actually incorrect there, I think. Captain Butters came in first place.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yep. Just looking at the screen, just being a drone right now myself. So, Captain Butters in first place with a combined total of 285 feet, and Slim Jim in second place with a combined total of 342 feet. And then Scheme Echo had a nose over. So unfortunately, there's no numbers on the board for Scheme from this competition, but we'll be looking forward to seeing what he's going to do next at the next one.
And not to rub salt in the wound for Scheme, but I really want to see him come in a little slower and have a little bit more control. I think that a lot of his overreactions on his takeoff we saw and on his landing was just because he was trying to hit the brakes too hard. And then on the takeoff, we saw him kind of modulate up and down a lot more. So I know it's also stress too, but like just kind of settle in a little bit and get those reps in for that slower approach. I think you'll see a lot more reliability and not have to slam the brakes on so much.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, we've seen that in some viral videos here. Like, I don't know if you've seen, there's a video not too long ago of a Cub where great landing approach. I mean, like the approach was fantastic, but as soon as they touched the ground, brakes locked up, nose went over, and it was just, oh, come on, it's a J3. Like, you don't have to slam on them too hard, but
Yep.
yeah, that's what's going to happen when you lock them up like that.
Well, and as Jughead says, when you touch down with full brakes applied, that's fine. That's not going to stop. That's not going to hurt you. It's when you keep your full brakes applied as you roll out. As soon as you start slowing down, that's when you're doing it, because your brakes can't hold you at full speed when you're touching over the line. It's when you start slowing down they can hold you.
Well, sir, did you want to do the lineup for us for sport class?
Sure, I'll do the lineup. This is the sport class for Pony Express eSTOL 2026. In the sport class, up first we have Kitty Cat, number 69, flying her 2018 Chinook SJ out of Exeter, Great Britain. Up next we have MP Troll, number 28, in his Air Pride Vixen out of Port Stephens, Australia. And up after him, we have Victor Wasser and his Chinook SJ 2025. And Victor's out of Poland. I can't say the city. I'm going to try. Skow. That's probably wrong.
Oh yeah, he corrected us a couple of years ago with the Scotch oof. So he said Scotch and then like oof.
Okay.
Heck yeah. That's the only way I know how to say it now, because he involved Scotch.
Fair enough. And here's Katrina Ayers. It's Kitty Cat in her Chinook SJ, bright yellow.
Yeah, super interesting looking aircraft, made famous by Dan Reynolds on the National STOL circuit in real life, just as we affectionately know him as Lawn Dart Dan. Hopefully he might make a surprise appearance on the circuit. I know he was saying that he was trying to wind down his career on the circuit, but it's always a delightful surprise to see him.
Of course. And up next, MP Troll in the Aeropract A32 Vixen from Australia. Number 28, running his red and kind of orange Vixen. MP Troll is, I believe, one of our Xbox players we have on our circuit. You don't have to just be on PC to play with us. You can also play on Xbox.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm assuming he's playing with the Xbox controller. I know that Turtle Beach, if I'm not mistaken, have made some controls, but I think that was Xbox 360, and I know he's not playing on 360. Of course.
He'd be doing a lot better if he was on a Moses setup, though. I'll tell him that.
Absolutely, for sure.
And here, Victor Wasser from Skontuz, Poland. How's that? Was that better?
Oh yeah, that was a lot better.
Chinook in the red and white, the Polish colors of the Chinook. Like you said, made famous by Dan Reynolds out of Alaska. Follow him on Instagram or Facebook for some amazing videos.
Oh yeah, like landing on his own house. That's a crazy.
And when CRZ Studios came to us, they said, "Hey, can you help us? Get pictures and videos of Dan and his airplane." So they can model that airplane just like Dan's airplane. And the Chinook SJ is a little different, but similar to Dan's. So should see some amazing performance numbers here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. The SJ is going to be the 2-seater, and Dan's is the 1-seater.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's.
You can bring a friend while you stole.
Oh yeah, absolutely. With amazing, just you can there as you can see. I mean, there's no obstructions in that aircraft. You can see almost 360 degrees.
So the wind now 170 at 3. Here's the green flag.
Right, Cat. Let's go.
It's maybe the first time Cat's not run number 69 somewhere on our livery.
Yeah. Come to find out that that's pretty much the number that everybody wants.
Here's spool out.
Coming up. Off she goes. See that elevator move in just a moment. Or not. There's some like barely any elevator movement and she was gone.
Yep. Just hanging on right on the edge of the stall there with the, you see the nice little slight buff in as it drops down a little bit.
Yep.
Number 28 MP Troll up next and his Vixen. We saw a Vixen in Sun and Fun demos 2 years ago.
Yep. Good fun aircraft to fly.
A little longer. Ken had to take off 127 feet. Waiting on MP Troll's score to come in. And now Victor Wasser.
Oh yeah. With a simple but very cool livery. I like the little shark tooth deal going on with the Polish flag colors. Great.
Victor off in 151 feet. About 20 feet more than Cat.
Yep, we got plenty of time to throw down some extremely competitive numbers.
You know, Cam, not to digress, but given our history of talking about military history on the stream and talking about some of the airplanes that fly, warbirds and stuff, it's 82 years of D-Day today.
Oh wow! Yeah.
82nd anniversary, which is incredible.
That is absolutely incredible. The celebrations going on out there have to be very amazing to see.
Here comes Cat.
Oh, yeah. Just soft like a pillow.
People home probably wondering why the airplane bounces through the ground. Obviously, she doesn't see that. She sees touching down, but our version of the sim sees it going through the ground, but I promise you she did not. With a touchdown of 71 feet long, she had a total score of 198.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, Cat.
I love your shirt today, Cam.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. It's one of my favorites. Actually, a little history about the shirt. This is the first shirt that I was able to wear after the accident with the trailer, the National Stole trailer. My mom bought this and had it Walmart delivered to my room in Montana. So I do remember that crash. So it did, in fact, very much happen.
Yes. Here comes MP Troll, his Vixen. Over the line, touchdown. A little sliding action.
Oh, yeah.
Just after 80 feet. little bit longer than Cat's, but takeoff was 20 feet longer. So MP Troll had to take off 158 feet. Cat had to take off 127. MP Troll is very similar to Victor, and Victor is a 151. Here comes Victor on approach now in his Chinook.
Little balloon there, but that's plenty far out for us to have a great landing as we're seeing. Yeah, that was fantastic.
That was a good one.
Mr. Foster. Oh, yeah.
Sixty 61-foot landing.
Okay. Heck yeah.
So Victor right behind Cat, about 10 feet behind Cat on the, actually 14 feet behind Cat. And still the best today for after the line. So touching down after the line is that run from Captain Butters. He was 2 feet past the line when he touched down. Which is excellent.
Yeah, that's going to be
Victor
super
also.
hard to beat.
Victor was right behind him at 14 feet there. And for those watching at home, a little different than our in real life STOL events where we can take these scores and we actually have a tool that feeds it from the sim to us, so we can see exactly when they took off, when they land, what they touched down past the line, etc. So it's pretty interesting to see that.
Yeah, that's what's cool about the sim is like, you know, we have all these awesome tools and the ability to see like the G-forces and things of that nature. I can't wait for the day that we get it translated over into the IRL competitions.
Oh, it's coming. The good takeoff from MP Troll. Cat took off, touchdown twice, and took off again at 135. We'll wait for MP Troll's scores to come in. They're manually scored because he's on Xbox. We are working on that as well. So we should have his scores back in a moment here.
Okay.
Now Victor.
Yeah, I have to say that I think he's taking it, taking a slower approach, or not a slower approach, but a longer takeoff roll than what we're accustomed to seeing. Playing
154 feet. His last takeoff 151 feet, so very consistent, 3 feet longer. But you can tell he's more controlled. He's not like trying to yank it off the ground or anything like that. He's just kind of trying to float it off and be real smooth. And that's good. It's good to do that, especially when you're just getting into an airplane the first couple times. Get used to that airplane.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Cam, if you're a Polish pilot, are you a Polot?
I think so,
Cat.
sir. All right.
A good landing from
Cat.
Cat, 60 feet. She matches the landing distance of Victor last time. Her score 195. That's a comparison to 198 before. And so she's about 3 feet different from her total scores. But if you're watching at home, you always go online on our website, scoring.nationalstol.com, and you can see these scores live.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you know, we talk about it during the regular in real life competitions. You can have a long takeoff roll. You can have a short landing, but if you don't pair that with something that's competitive, you know, with the antithesis for it. So like if you got a long takeoff roll, you need to have a short landing. If you've got a short, or if you have a long landing, then you have to have the short takeoff. So like, you know, it's always a game, because just because you have the hardware to be able to have both of the best worlds doesn't mean that you as a pilot can act on, you know, the skill that would be provided to you from the aircraft. Or I won't say the skill that's provided, but you know, the abilities that are provided from the aircraft is 100% solely reliant on pilot skill.
Exactly right. And I think the one way I'd see them improving for all three of them, I mean, I think their landing rolls and approach speeds are awesome. Here comes our pull-up now. But I think the one thing I want to see is touchdown past the line. Victor only 14 feet past the line last time. Cat 24, 27 feet past the line. I think that's where she's going to gain the most distance on her landing roll, is that 24 feet. If she can bring that down to 3-4 feet past the line, now her landing roll is now half the distance what she's landing.
Very astute observation there, Stoner.
That was slow. That was very slow.
Really slow.
I mean, his rollout was very short. 14 feet rollout. Touchdown 16 feet past the line. That's a Dan Reynolds landing if he could touch down, on the line, just past the line at 1 foot.
Absolutely loving that.
So Victor jumps in the lead at 184 feet now, beating Cat now. Cat is now in second place, 195 feet. And third place, I misspoke. Second place is MP Troll at 190 feet. Third place is Cat, 195 feet.
Yeah.
That was a very short takeoff, but he's going to stall it, I think, on that takeoff there. Or Cat, rather.
Oh, no. Black flag for Cat. Once again, this is eSTOL. This is not real life. There was not a real crash. I know you can tell there's no flames or anything grotesque happening. So just, no calls from the FAA, please. Oh.
MP Troll trying to do the same thing. And now, see the difference, though. See MP Troll settle back down straight ahead? Is MP Troll had the power to accelerate out of it. Cat kept climbing and therefore stalled it. And so Cat took off in 58 feet. If Cat was able to keep it level, that takeoff would have almost gone down by 100 feet from her last one. But she has to really drop that nose and get that nose over and go into ground effect. Otherwise, you're going to basically stall the airplane. Here comes Victor. There you go, Victor.
The winds have, I think the winds have picked up. And I don't think that my... Okay. Yeah, actually now the winds have updated for our EFB. So we're winds out of the 210 at 16 knots. So I mean, these are the numbers that we definitely want to see at a STOL competition.
Absolutely. And it was pretty consistent. So it was consistent before at 4 knots. So I'm wondering if we're going to keep 16 pretty consistently. We're going to see a lot shorter distance here on landing in that case. And that's probably why the last landing with the Victor, he was able to touch down and stop so short, the 14-foot roll and 61-foot landing. I mean, that was because of the wind kicking up.
Absolutely. And I think, like looking at my EFB, we've got some precipitation probably moving into the area, so that might be just some extra winds from a small storm front, or I haven't scrolled out or pinched out or anything, but it's looking like might have a little rain, and that's giving us
and not everybody knows this, but Flight Simulator takes real life weather, and so it's getting cloudy in the sim. It also takes real life wind, so it tries to mimic that as well. So as things update, they update in the sim as well. So it, we start seeing different stuff. You see a nice slip there.
Yeah.
As MP Troll comes around for the slip. Cat, of course, is out because she DQ'd on takeoff. I also think Cat was going for broke because she knew she was in third place, so she had to get something up to get first place. So she was pushing hard to get up there.
Absolutely.
Cat's back. We hear her.
Cat is indeed back. Hello, welcome. Whew! That was terrible. Oh, dear,
Look at this approach on MP Troll.
Yes.
Look how slow he's going. That was really short.
Wow.
Good lordy Lou.
Under 20 feet. I think he touched down close to the line. It's under review. Under review. On my side, it looks like he touched down just after it, but I'm not sure what the repos show.
Yeah, that was.
If that stands, could be the winning landing.
Yeah. So,
no line violation.
All of a sudden, while Victor was on his, I think his second landing.
Yep.
The wind has it must have been a gust front or something, because all of a sudden we're now looking well, I was seeing 12 to gusting through to almost 16. So yeah, no, that's that wind. As you can see, these sport planes, these are light, they're almost like kites, and they are taking advantage of every breath of that.
Nice.
Oh! Victor Wasser
A great
doing a Dan Reynolds.
10-foot landing. That's reminiscent of Dan Reynolds' The Swamp Stole.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The Chinook adores the wind. If we've got the wind and you don't do what I did in takeoff, and that was purely my own fault. When you take off with the Chinook, you have to get those flaps closed, especially the way that we have them set up, so they're quite tail heavy. Get those flaps closed to be able to get that nose down. And I just had so much going on in my head that I forgot to close my flaps.
Oh no.
Yeah, so the nose came up and just kept on coming. Didn't matter what I was doing, that nose was coming all the way up. But yeah, Victor Wasser there. I'm going to say me and Victor have a little bit of a rivalry. Yeah, next round, I'm coming for him this time.
All right, so it's like Mr. Victor Wasser with a combined total of 62 feet puts him in first place, and in second place we've got MP Troll with a combined total of 64 feet, and then Kat, I'm so sorry about your flaps. Oh my goodness, was disqualified, but shortest combined total was 195, which was
2 feet difference between first and second.
These are the things that happen in the heat of competition. I can tell you as a pilot, when you're in that cockpit and everything's happening and you hear the green flag, and I've got the commentary going on in the background, so I'm hearing everything, and everything, the engine's roaring. Yeah, it's the heart rate goes. Yeah, it can be very exciting. And if anybody else wants to feel that excitement, then you can come and do this. You can do this with us. If you go to nationalstol.com/chat, join the Discord, you get trained up by great trainers like Victor Wasser. And come do this with us for sure.
Yeah, please come do this with us. And also, if you're sitting at home and you're loving what you're seeing, and you want to buy some merch to support the group and support the gang, it's nationalstol.com / well, actually, you can just go to nationalstol.com /merch store / Pony Express, and you can use the code Pony Express for 10% off.
Absolutely. Thinking about getting some merch, now's the time.
Oh yeah, please do, because I'm wearing my National Stol hat right now. I'm always repping the brand. If I'm not wearing a competition shirt, then I'm wearing a competition hat or have some type of swag on, because I love my Stol family and I love supporting the activity.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll see it posted in the chat, but as you see, we don't have scores on stream. You can follow along live with the scores, though, at scoring.nationalstol.com.
There we go. All right, so let's see. That's the conclusion of our sport class.
Yeah, absolutely. Up next, I think we're going to have we've got a few videos. And in the meantime, the rookie class and the limited class will be getting themselves ready. The final two classes of Pony Express.
Heck yeah. So we'll see you here after this commercial break in just a few minutes.
rolling through the blue. Yeah, smoke in the sky. Every twist feels new. Ooh, yeah. And it's rebel cousin. And it's rebel cousin. When the scout takes flight. The scout takes flight. Bushland landing. Yeah. In the dead of night. Both born American, champion, proud like Bo and Luke Duke. They stand out loud. The tough L-17 Mustang's blood runs strong in the scene. Yeah. Super decathlon. Super decathlon. Smoke in the sky. Yeah, yeah. Rolling and looping. Yeah. As the crowd walks by. Oh, yeah. And it's rebel cousin. And it's rebel cousin. The scout so bold. Scout so bold. Bushland stories. Waiting to be told. A tear rises, tomorrow's flight. Silent and strong through the steel city night. From past to future, it's plain to see. These are the wings of 713.
And we are back. That's quite the advert, that one. I do enjoy that one. I think that's the first time I've been able to sit through and actually enjoy that. And yeah, Hangar Studios, one of our supporters, and yeah, they always put out a really good advert. Actually, while we're here talking of supporters, if you don't mind, I'll just mention a few of the others. We have the on-air airline manager, which is really good fun, and we also have our own airline at eSTOL. So if you want to partake in that, and I think ADK generates jobs where you can actually do things like move stuff from stealth field to stealth field, which is a lot of fun. Hangar Studios, as we saw, some of our other supporters got friends. You saw their Wilga. They have a million amazing aircraft. CRZ Studios, how could I forget them? We're sponsored by them, and you saw us flying their first aircraft, which is the Chinook. And finally, Emerald Scenery Design as well. They've got some amazing bush scenes and things. So much fun to land in and out of. Some of them are really tricky, so yeah, it can be a good challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was like you were mentioning. Like the eSTOL commercials, all of the commercials for eSTOL are amazing. Especially the music, and it might have been an AI song. It's okay though, because it smashed it straight out of the park. I am not mad at that by any means. Got gave me goosebumps. It was so good. Like I'm just, I'm a fan. I am a super fan. So, yeah, and of course,
I think all of the amazing visuals, the smoke, the turning, the sci-fi ship that actually space VTOL that actually exists. I think it helps.
oh yeah, and
But
then
what
the fact
actually
that,
exists and what we're seeing in front of us right now is these are our rookies. So if you do come and join us, this is exactly what you'll be doing. These are rookies lining up and getting ready. Getting ready to get themselves where they are rookies. Let's say that. Not sure whether that will be whether that was noticed too hard or not. We'll see. We'll find out who comes across the line. But yeah, these guys all in the rookie class, and you'll stay in the rookie class. It's not like the real stuff. So they stay in the rookie class until they have partaken in a certain number of rounds and won 2 rounds. Once they've done that, they can then move up to the other classes.
absolutely right. So you compete twice in the rookie class, and then when you win after 2 times or within those 2 times, then you're a rookie no more. But like you had mentioned, it's not like the in real life competition where you compete once, and if you win once, if you compete and then you win once, you're out of the class. You have to compete twice and at least win once. So
Yeah,
that would
absolutely.
be cool.
And as we are a little more, let's say, lenient with the pilots, I think we're just going to chalk that one down to a little bit of nerves. And his plane's fine, everything's fine. Nobody noticed anything. No one needed to do faces. We're all good.
Oh yeah, no, his AMP was already out there. Gave him a good check. It was low power.
Yeah. He was barely on tick over. It's fine.
So in the rookie class for this competition, we've got everyone competing in the Cub Crafters X Cub. So everyone is flying the same aircraft. We've got race number 77, Riv from DeKalb, Texas. Race number 34, Captain Baby James from Dallas, Texas. All right, it's a Texas affair, it looks like. And then race number 10, Aerocraft from Dallas, Texas as well. So I'm going to do my best to remember these names because on my sheet I have everyone's actual real name. So we're going to give this a go. But
yeah,
the Texas
I didn't realize
X-Cub,
everybody's from Texas. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they'll be getting really excited for the final round.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So I guess that means that at the end of this competition, everyone's going to go out for some good old Texas barbecue, and some pork burnt ends. So I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. So here on the line we have Riv. Riv has competed with us before, so this isn't his first run, but Riv is going to definitely be seeking out those wins now.
Absolutely. The nice eSTOL livery on that X-Cub. Phenomenal job. Beautiful looking aircraft.
Yeah, I think that's another one of Steffi's liveries, who you'll see fly later in Unlimited class.
Excellent.
And here we have Captain Baby James. Captain Baby James, this is his first run. This is his first experience of eSTOL. And I can tell you that first run is very nerve-wracking. His heart will be in his mouth right now.
Yeah, I mean, it may be a first run, but that livery is definitely something special to behold. Big fan.
And finally, up last in the rookie class is number 10, Aerocraft. He's been with us for a little while now. He's very, very social in the Discord, and that's another great reason for joining us here in the Discord. Not only become a pilot, but you know, we have a very active and social Discord. Everybody's chatting away, and Aerocraft here is one of the people who you will see all day, every day.
Absolutely. Also was active on the YouTube chat last I had looked. So, I mean, just we love all of our pilots being in and socializing and just being active. And man, it's just a great community to be in. And I'm absolutely happy to be here. Kat, I know that you're super excited to be here, but you know, my first taste of eSTOL was getting to see you in Burstix during the fly out to Jennings a few years back, and
Right,
yeah,
I remember.
Yep, I was hooked after that. So y'all just made it super awesome and very welcoming.
If I remember rightly, I was flying an AN2, and we were doing it all with radio and the Spark radios, and yeah, eventually we just started following the roads. So yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah, heck yeah. The old big yellow AN2, if I remember correctly.
It was, yeah, absolutely. That's a good memory you got there. And it looks like up on the screen I can see we've got a green flag, so we are ready to go with the rookie class from Pony Express.
Yeah. Green flag with gray clouds. All right.
Yeah, it does look like the weather's coming in. Oh,
yeah.
It looks like we've got some gusty winds as well. Looking at that takeoff, that looked interesting. It was really well controlled by him as well.
Yeah, and just a quick weather check. So we've got winds out of the 290 at 9, gusting 20 knots. So it's spicy out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty sure the real eSTOL pilot, the real national STOL pilots would have loved to have conditions like this as well.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much with the rain, but
yeah.
And our first takeoffs are coming in. The scores are coming in. So our first takeoff from Riv is 126, and Captain Baby James, his first ever takeoff, 94 feet.
Oh. Somebody's been practicing.
Absolutely. And finally, coming up next, Aerocraft, and that is another. It looks like a very gusty takeoff, and here comes the rain. So one thing the rain will do in sim is get that grass nice and wet, makes it slippery just like real life. So you may see some landing distances increase now as the as the conditions start getting slick.
Yeah, looks like we got a nice little rainstorm above the field right now. There is some weather, some local weather. Got some red on the map if you're following along with your favorite EFB. But that is a-okay. I think we're gonna be okay. It's not. I will say it's not fun flying. You know, like these small aircraft in the rain, because they're not perfectly sealed. Sometimes you get a little wet while you're flying like this, but that's a-okay. We're in it for the game.
Okay. And we have our first landing. It's a bit bouncy. Oh, and the wind is really pushing him around. Oh. And Riv tried so hard to control that. He tried, but that was a wild ride. And we've got a go round from Captain Baby James, which is exactly the right thing to do. So yeah, it looks like the conditions, we've got a crosswind coming in, and
yeah, it's almost a quartering tailwind. Yeah, it does
look like we're also struggling to get scores from aerocraft. So we'll keep working on that. If we can't get scores, what we do is after the show is done, we'll go back through the video and take a look on the video and pick up the scores from there.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
But yeah,
if we're gonna
that
fix the
tailwind
runway.
is going to be making things very difficult for them. Now, usually we wouldn't swap runways until the end of the round, but
Yeah.
if it's dangerous, and remember these guys are rookies, and that was well controlled in some very tricky conditions for Captain Baby James.
All right, on final aerocraft, or I'm sorry, is this? No, we had that go around, so I think this is aerocraft.
Oh, okay. This could be aircraft. It could be Captain Baby James. Once he gets a bit closer, we'll find out.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they are hauling. Yeah, that's Captain Baby James. He's hauling
Yep.
a lot of speed. They've obviously got a wind behind them, which makes things so difficult. And the runway is slick like ice. Gets it down safe and stopped. So I'm thinking that what they will do now is swap ends of the runway. Something that takes us a lot quicker to do than it does in real life stuff.
Oh my goodness, so much quicker.
Absolutely. Like I said, usually we would wait till the end of the round, but as these are rookies, the conditions are falling apart a little bit, shall we say? Then yeah, we will do. We always err on the side of safety, just like you would in real life.
For sure, absolutely. Yeah, got to keep our rookies safe. Got to make sure that they want to come back and compete too, because I know in the heat of competition, you're going to be fighting.
I just got an update from the Air Boss. They decided to leave it up to the rookies themselves what they would like to do, and they voted to stay on the same runway. So, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if that's a choice they'll regret or not. We'll see.
Yeah. And we've seen this actually happen in real life with some of the greats in eSTOL when everybody was still out on the circuit. I forgot what exact competition it was. But there was a hefty tailwind, and we had Hal Stockman, we had Dan Reynolds, we had Steve Henry, all in the same class, all showing up together. And they said, you know what, let's just keep running it the same. It's the same amount of difficulty for everyone, so why not? It's just like, okay, like that is.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And
no.
there is something to be said with, winds have been fairly consistent in this direction during practice. So everybody's sight lines are pointing in this direction, and especially the new guys flipping ends. It can completely throw you off your game, and maybe they've decided that it just isn't worth the difficulty.
True. Yeah. All right, Captain.
Here we
James,
go.
on the go.
And even though the conditions are difficult, he still gets set up really smoothly. I think he's definitely going to be one to watch for the future. Aerocraft in the beautiful eSTOL livery, wearing it up, ready to go. And I think he got that off just a little bit sooner.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah, so what it looks like we may have to do, because Aerocraft's tool isn't reporting, we'll keep an eye. It records all of the data, so afterwards we'll have a look, we'll verify by what we can see on stream, and at the end of the day everybody gets their scores.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The joy of being in game and having these amazing tools that we have at our disposal.
Absolutely, and from the sounds of it, Tom says you're going to have something similar in real life soon. So, yeah, that'll be when somebody hasn't turned their telemetry on.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be super cool. I will be glad to be here for that day. That's going to be amazing. And speaking of being in game, I'm enjoying hearing the rain. Like I'm getting that calming effect. It's only weird for me. And a little bit of thunder too.
As you said, calming effects. We get a crack of thunder. Yeah, absolutely. Not quite sure how calming that would be for the pilots.
No.
Both in sim or in real life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And here we go. Now you'll see them carrying a lot of speed in, but that is because they have the wings slightly to their backs, bit of a crosswind. Oh, and he gets it stopped a lot sooner than the previous time.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he's going to be quite happy with that, even with the tricky conditions. I'm sure he's going to be very happy with that as a score.
This is pretty cool. I mean, like it's not going to be everywhere that you're going to see this type of scenery while airplanes are flying and competing. So
yeah, absolutely. And that was a run total of 643. So his previous was 755, 643. Already, the rookie is bringing it down. And that looks to be a very similar place for aircraft as well. So, head to head for these two.
yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed by the aviating that's happening right now. Just the airmanship of our rookies at the moment, just doing all the things and playing safe at the same time.
Yeah, remembering to put their flaps away too. Oh dear, dear.
Right, Captain Baby James approaching the line.
So this is their third chance, their third bite at the apple.
Okay. Yeah. That power coming in, prop RPMs changing visually, so you know what's happening. Okay.
And that was a lovely, smooth 3-point takeoff. He just pressed up.
Seriously. It was a fantastic takeoff. Captain Davy James. And aircraft's on the go. Yeah, another great takeoff for having the tailwind.
Yeah, absolutely. And these rookies are showing us old hands. What this is how you aviate.
100%. Now, looking at our favorite EFBs, or whatever EFB you're looking at, if you are following along, it's looking like the storm is actually heading to the northeast. So we're actually missing all the red and orange on the map right now. So should be good. Everything should be great. The winds are looking a little funky though. We're at winds out of the 010 at 3 knots. So I think it's dimed down just a wee bit, but it's still a quartering tailwind. So adverse conditions for our rookies. They're showing us how well they can fly it.
Oh, he looks like he caught a bit of a gust there, but he's controlled it. Yeah. Again, like you say, tricky conditions. The winds all over the place. They'll be at 3, they'll be at 30.
A little spicy
and
on
Cam,
that.
I'm sure you can, I'm sure you've experienced winds that are interesting while flying in real life.
Yeah.
And gusty conditions.
Definitely been in a little bit of gusty conditions. Definitely landed where you're in the pattern and you're listening to people talk. If there's some traffic, or maybe you're coming back from from the sandbar to your home airport, and then someone says that they're taking off on 3-5, and you try to land on 3-5, and you're like, you know what, this is not working out for me. So you go and you make a dog leg and you make your proper radio calls so that you're safe in the pattern. But yeah, it's very interesting. I have to say, in real life as a pilot, like if you're not brave, and the love of airplanes just keeps you going, you'll learn how to become brave and courageous when your life is in your own hands, and you have to make those decisions, where you're going to land, how you're going to land, or if you're going to go to another airport, and if you have enough gas, enough reserves for you to make it to that airport. So very wild.
And it does. Yeah, and I can give you a bit of a report. We had some news from the Airbus. Aircraft had 1 or 2 issues out there on his pattern.
Out there on the pattern, yeah.
Yeah, he had 1 or 2 issues. He has had to make emergency landing, but he is okay.
Okay.
He's in communication with Airbus. Everything's fine. It just means that he's not going to be able to complete his pattern. So, for the rookie class, that is it. We are done for rookie class. And that was very eventful, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is, oof. I have to tip my hat to the rookies, because in real life it's hard enough to do this in front of a crowd of people, but to do this in front of our on YouTube in front of a whole bunch of people, and it lives on the internet forever, like I'm still going to tip my hat to them, because that is just, I don't even know what to say. I'm just very proud of them for coming out to compete when I haven't even done the same. So.
And just for safety, we're going to dispatch the eSTOL helicopter just to go make sure that he's 100% A-OK.
Yeah, absolutely. And in case you're unfamiliar with Rosecrans Memorial, it is in the most northwestern, not the most northwestern, but it's in the northwestern side of Missouri. And if you're familiar with Missouri, it's a lot of farmland. There's a lot of open space out there. So it is in the city of St. Joe, but the airport is actually closer to Kansas than it is to Missouri, even though you are in Missouri. But there's something weird that happened with the river a few years ago, and when I say a few years ago, a long time ago, and it stayed part of Missouri, even though it really is on Kansas land, if you will. Ryan was saying last week that the skies that we were seeing are Kansas skies, even though we are in Missouri, and that's very true. But
yeah, absolutely. And there we go. We can see our rookie there on stream. He's absolutely fine. It looks like he just had to bring it down early onto a taxiway, get it out of those dangerous conditions before he fell down. And And again, this is all part of the fun of being in eSTOL. You know, we live the part of the pilots, even if we are just, you know, doing it in sim. But one of the great things is it means that it doesn't matter where in the world you are. I'm over here in the UK, and Aerocraft is there in Texas, and yet we're enjoying this. You know, we're enjoying the sim together. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm essentially next door to Aerocraft. I'm in Arkansas, which is actually about 5 hours drive from Dallas, from where Aerocraft is. But yeah, I'm happy that we can all be here watching the same thing. Kat, you and I doing the officiating, and Tom as well doing the officiating. He's all the way deep in the southeast of the United States, in that Georgia, Florida, you know, that side of the world, and love being here.
Yeah, absolutely. So up next we have our final class. Time for the big boys, or the little boys, shall we say, the powerful ones, the fast ones, the unlimited class.
Oh yeah. You want to take it away, or you want me to take it away?
Oh, absolutely, I'll take it away. So up first, it does say that we have number 111 Sazo, but unfortunately, she wasn't able to be with us, and so yeah, she did have a bit of a problem, and we do hope that she gets better soon. So leading the pack, number 22, Norcali in the Zin Norden. Norcali's one of our excellent trainers. He streams on Twitch. He is one of the funniest guys you've ever met. Me and Norcali had a great rivalry. He's a lovely person. Following behind Norcali, we have Subliminal Black, or we just call him Sub B, from Poplarville, Missouri, flying in the Savage Gravel. Behind him, Luke Carrier in my favourite plane, the Zenith 701, from Waynesville, Ohio. Behind him, one of our great developers, Cedric P, in the Zlin Norden. And following behind that, Jimmy Beatty, though he's up there as Jimmy Beatty, but we all call him Shipwreck. So up last is Shipwreck, and he's another of our competitors from Xbox. And yeah, absolutely. So here on the line, Mr. Norcali. And I have to say, I'm a little bit honoured, because although this isn't the plane I painted for him, he kept the paint scheme that I designed. So
Okay. Yeah.
this was actually done by, I think this one was done by Steffi, but it was an interpretation of the one that I designed for him initially, and he's had that ever since he started.
Yeah, and I can attest to him being extra hilarious. I had the honor of hanging out with him at FS Expo a couple years ago.
Yeah, he still deserves cat food in his shoes for what he did to me there.
Oh, yeah, it was a good time, and hanging out with them and the Poots clan. Oh, Frankie, missed that guy, cool guy.
Yeah, so up next we have Subliminal Black with his, I think it's Argyle, the name of the pattern? Yeah?
Absolutely.
Which looks so good on that plane. Underneath the wings, when those wings just see him nose up and come in high alpha and flash that Argyle at you.
Yeah, I do love seeing that under the wing. Kind of reminiscent of how aerobatic pilots have that different contrast underneath their wings, so that the judges can see, you know, when they're doing rolls, to see their lines and make sure that all the maneuvers are done correctly. So that very cool pattern.
Absolutely. I'm pulling up to the booth to show his stuff now. The most patriotic plane you've ever seen. This is Luke Carrier in the Zenith 701. I swear, if you listen really carefully, you can hear an eagle screech as he drives past.
Truth. Yeah, that is definitely a beautiful livery on that airplane.
And up next with the Brondo livery, is it has electrolytes. It's got what plants crave. This is Cedric, or as we call him, Steffi.
I remember when he was a rookie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for a while.
Hey, that's good on us. We've got longevity. We've got some tenure here.
Yep, and finally Shipwreck in the US Coast Guard livery, which is a standard livery that comes with the Savage Gravel. And watching this gravel take off is always entertaining. It has the nitro boost. So this thing takes off like a home-struck engine.
Absolutely. I mean, I am a very huge fan of this class just because of all the mods, all the things that you can do with these airplanes or that come with the airplanes. It's just phenomenal. And then, of course, the pilots behind it just make it even more exciting.
Yeah, these are pilots. These pilots have been with us for a long time. They are. I mean, Norcali was here from day one. Yeah, it's been. So here we are, lined up, ready to go.
Yeah, all the lights, those wingtip wigwag lights doing their thing. Waiting on that green flag, and there is the green flag.
There it is. It's like you summoned it into existence.
It spawned.
Good game return. Good game return. Excellent.
Oh yeah. Should be on the go in just a few moments with North Cali J leading the pack.
So I think we can all work out where Norcali's from. But where you can find him is usually on Twitch. There's some great bush streaming. So if you want to join in with a group of people and no messing around from Norcali there. See, you did that thing where you roll your wing just a little bit, just get one wheel off first and then pop the other one off. Absolute textbook.
Oh yeah. Next up, stuff B. That beautiful Argyle livery on the go.
Yeah, and it jazzes that nitro button.
Yeah, Jazz was the perfect descriptor for what we just saw happen because it all happened so fast.
Absolutely. And Luke here in the Zenith. Luke has been flying the Zenith for as long as I can remember. Me and Luke competed against each other in the Zenith in the first season. So he knows this plane inside and out. And there's a great advert for the Zenith there. You know, it may be a nose dragger, but it can angle its wings like all the tail draggers with that swept up rear fuselage.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Steffi just decided he wanted ups.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're seeing some wild numbers. I mean, North Cali J with 23 feet, Sub B 38 feet, Luke Carrier 56 feet.
Yeah, absolutely. And even though the winds are a crosswind, they'll still be taking advantage of every little gust of it that they can get their hands on. You know, they will be. You will see some delay in getting Shipwreck's scores because he is coming from Xbox.
Yep.
But for everybody else, like you say, 23 feet from North Cali.
Yeah. I mean,
47 feet. 47 feet was his score. There we go. Luke Carrier, 56 feet. Oh, Sub B. Oh, I didn't even see this. Sub B with 38 feet.
that is, I mean, it's still limited class, so we're going to see those ridiculous numbers, but it's always.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's watch North Cali coming in. You can see he's feeding in that power. Trying to slow down as much as he can. Drops it in. Gives up a little bit of distance. Oh, and a lot of slide. I think that might have been a result of the wet grass, because he just really struggled to get us stopped. And I mean, although I see he struggled to get us stopped, only 105 feet. What's that?
Oh yeah.
What would Ryan say? Two Tomcats?
Oh yeah, 105 feet. So yeah, that would be about, yeah. That's exactly 2 Tomcats. That's cool.
It's the Ryan scale of measurement. How many Tomcats is it?
You guys just confused the hell out of me for a second. Sorry.
Okay, here we go. Coming in now, Sub B. Everything goes quiet. Drops it right over the line. Oh, and gets us stopped quick. Oh, he's going to be very happy with that.
Especially with that wet grass out there. I mean, like, if there was any sliding going on, it's extremely minimal sliding.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, North Cali had a really quick takeoff, but unfortunately slid and scored 128. Sub B, bit of a longer takeoff at 38, but a much shorter landing at 62 and even 100. Here comes Luke in the zenith. I know this plane has. Oh, and I think it's a scratch. Oh, if it wasn't a scratch, it would have been amazing.
That would have been absolutely amazing. Oh.
That would have pushed him straight up in first. He's going to be kicking himself in that cockpit, absolutely. But he now knows that he can do it. He's got it. And oh, Stephanie, no!
Oh. Such a pillowy, soft landing.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. So that will be sent back to the AD now, and let's make sure that he hasn't got bent cranks or anything like that. And we got a go around. So Shipwreck's doing a go around to let Cedric clear himself off. And I can tell you, when that happens in the first, if that happens in your first run, it hurts. It hurts. And another unfortunate member to the Nose Over Club, which is we have a little fun with it when we do have the occasional Nose Over, and he'll now get a special badge and a special role on the Discord. And yeah, if you're an esteemed member of the Nose Over Club, then you can chat to people in the channel and curse the wrath of the broken prop.
Oh yes.
So Shipwreck has come round and done a short circuit and is now coming in for his first landing. Yeah, as you can hear, I'm sure you can hear the rain, the winds, the thunder, the lightning.
It's absolutely going down right now in St. Joseph, Missouri.
Absolutely. And of course, the roar from these mighty beasts. Oh, keep it off, keep it off!
All right, good.
Oh, that was good. That was good. He almost lost it. He applied enough power to not balloon too far. That can be, I can tell you, sometimes when you apply that power and it's a bit too much, you see that line disappear underneath you and you know you're going for a little trip before you get to land. Yeah, that ballooning is another heart-wrenching moment, but he won't have a heart-wrenching moment. He'll be happy with that, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, agreed. All right, Will Kelly back on the line.
Round 2 of Unlimited class at Pony
I
Express.
wasn't a scorer. I just ran
In the rain, in the storm.
So sorry.
Yeah, in the rain. So it looks like right now in first place we got Subliminal Black. Second place, NorCali J.
Run 1 and run 3. I'll fix it.
And then in third place, Shipwreck. Cedric Reed's disqualified and Luke Carey had the scratch. So
Yeah, I can fix it. I'll get
second round
Here we go.
underway.
Just waiting for the sound of that. I think it's a Rotax in front of those, isn't it? The Rotax?
Yep, should be a
Yeah.
916.
He spools up and ooh! Hoo, 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 hoo.
Oh, NorCali doing NorCali things.
NorCali doing NorCali things. Yeah, showing us all that experience that he has flying in the bush in the sim.
Yeah.
So he's spooling up and woo! There goes the nitro power.
Yeah, that's launch pad essentially. I mean, that was a rocket ship.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure if you feel something like that in real life, that is throwing you into the back of your seat. Yeah, holding onto the controls for dear life. Okay, Luke Carrier up next. And he's up before, and he nearly lost it, but he kept it. See, that's good aircraft control, that is. That was a good takeoff from him.
Perfect.
Last up Shipwreck with that nitro power, and I think he got off even quicker. Was it nitro or are we attaching JATO rocket bottles to these things? And I think for a second, Cam, I think you might be muted.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Got my my nice little inline mute. It's the first line of defense.
So takeoffs from run 2. NorCali again taking off like doing NorCali things. 22 feet. Sub B 24 feet, snapping at his ankles. Shipwreck, I think, or no, is that Shipwreck? Yeah, Shipwreck, 34 feet, and Luke Carrier following up, 48 feet. But although he has got the longest takeoff, he has shown that he could do the shortest landing. He just needs to get it over that line.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that scratch was just no mere, like, 200 feet out scratch. It was, like, right there.
Absolutely. So here we go. North Cali doing North Cali things. His first landing, he did slide a bit. He's going to be trying to push all that energy into the ground. Oh, he's so close to dropping it. Over the line, pushes it down, and gets it stopped. Clean.
That was a nail biter.
That was absolutely the nail biter. He's definitely landed a lot shorter than previously. Let's see if it's enough.
Up the on final way out there, at least way out there for us, what we're accustomed to in the STOL world.
Yeah, I think they'll be coming in doing. They'll be coming in with a fairly long approach, just because these conditions are difficult to fly in. You want to get yourself settled down, you want to get calm, relaxed. Here we go. Keeps it up, drops it down. Oh, gets a stop. Oh, that was fantastic. That's an amazing landing, that is. He was in the lead, and I think he is going to be even more in the lead. Now, that was a score of 74. North Cali coming in with a score of 104. So here comes Luke.
Yep, already in that nose high regime.
Yeah, he needs to do a landing of a 24. Take the lead. I think he's gone over. I think he took it a bit more conservative this time, just to make sure he got numbers on the board.
I agree. Yeah.
Which means Luke's final round. I think he's going to push it there.
Oh yeah, he's going to go for broke for sure.
And that was a score of 122. So although we say conservative, still absolutely ridiculous. Oh, and a scratch.
No.
And I think it was Steve Henry that used to say this. If you're not scratching, you're not trying, or something like that. Is that right?
Yeah. Blast from the past. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And as you can see here from these competitors, they are trying.
For sure. Let's see, get a weather update if anything has changed.
I have to say, just looking at it, it does look like it's a lot clearer.
Yep.
As I say that, we get a crack of thunder.
But good choice on the
impeccable
switching of the runways.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually. So now the winds are registering as out of the south, so out of the 350 at 4 knots. So our competitors are competing with a tailwind, a direct tailwind, from what the EFB is saying at the moment. Those feather flags look like they actually have a headwind. Oh, there we go. Looking at the wind stock at the moment, and it is. Looks like it's coming out on the 170.
Yeah, it's pointing in the right direction for them. Sometimes the sim can be a little bit behind what you get in real life, or it's not 100%. I mean, it's pretty close, as you see. You can see on your EFB the storm passing overhead, and lo and behold, here it is. Again, North Cali doing North Cali things. Sub B doing Sub B things.
Oh yeah. We got a 26-foot takeoff from North Cali. That's going to be the longest takeoff from North Cali today. but still not a number to snuff out by any means. 36 feet sub B.
Norcali's longest takeoff, but still, Norcali's taking off shorter than everybody else. He just needs to get that landing done. And we've all seen him do it. We know he can do it. Oh, and Luke gets that Zenith off, and it is crawling its way up into the sky.
Absolutely fantastic carrier in the zenith.
Finally, we have Shipwreck for his last round. And again, to remind people, Shipwreck's currently playing on his Xbox, which is something you can do. Don't need a high-end PC to join us. You can pitch on your Xbox, get in the Discord, and you too can be as cool as Sub B.
Oh yeah. Maybe one of these days we'll get the PlayStation players involved as well. I know that JB from Backcountry Aviation Radio is playing on PlayStation. He was wondering if he could jump into eSTOL, and unfortunately there's just a little disconnect there, but I think maybe one day it'll happen.
Maybe one day, if we get the cross-play situation sorted, then yeah, that could definitely be something. And yeah, we'd love to have them too. So coming in on a windy, rainy, stormy, lightningy, thundery, every kind of a and there you go. There is a picture of the in-game EFB. Norcali. He may have done his longest takeoff, but he's still shorter than everybody else. He just needs to control his landings, get that energy pushed down, which it looks like he's doing. Oh, dropped it just a little too early. 10 more feet, and he would have just absolutely stomped on it. Norcali with a very rare chink in his armour. So here we go, our current leader, Subliminal Black.
Nice, stabilized.
And Subby's takeoff was the quickest takeoff he's done so far today. So let's see if he can team that with the quickest landing. Like you said, the key is not just a quick takeoff, but a quick takeoff and a good landing. There we are, a few little gusts. You can see the plane moving around. Good control. Gets a drop. I think that might need to go to review in case... Oh, no need for review. Looks like we've got a tick stripe on the wing, and that's a black flag for you. So yeah, that's another thing the tool can tell you. You can tell you wing strikes, box strikes, excessive G, all of these things. So, Luke Carrier now with his final chance to take the lead. His takeoff from 35 feet was excellent. His landing, keep it off! Get it dropped! Holy moly! Sorry for the shout there, but that was Zenith doing Zenith things. Okay. Luke Carrier, absolutely dropping up with a landing of 23, going into first. 71 points. We saw in his first landing that he could do it. Yeah, we saw in his first landing he had it in him. It was just a scratch. He just needed to move that landing 5 feet further down the road, which he did. And with his takeoff and landing together, 71 feet. Here we go. Final chance for an upset. Gives up a little bit of distance. Gives up just a bit of distance. think that might get him ahead of Norcali and Sub B. I don't know if that's enough to get ahead of Luke. It's good, but is it good enough?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't want to be a naysayer. Oh no, 87.
Yeah, and that is a score of 122. Which again, that's incredible. 122 feet to take off and land. That's nothing.
So who cares?
And there you have it. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The final round. And we have our results. So, in 4th place, with a score of 122, you just saw him, Mr. Shipwreck. In 3rd place, with a score of 104, Norcali. In 2nd place, with a score of 74, Subliminal Back, and only 3 feet in it, with a score of 71, Luke Carrier. 71 for his Zenith 701, you see? It was in the stars. It was in the stars.
It was totally in the stars. Yeah, you called it.
Absolutely.
You called it into fruition, and it happened. So,
well, Luke called it into fruition himself. That first round, he nearly had it. He just needed to pull it out of the bag and get it over the line, and that's exactly what he did.
yeah, absolutely. As we can see,
And-
lovely scenery.
And just like last weekend, this weekend, the Unlimited class ends with a distance that's a mere feet within each other, with a exciting finish to the round.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's. Oh, I don't want to go. I feel like there should be like we need some type of encore to happen, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Well, that's the wonderful thing. In the not too distant future, we'll be back again. And what is it? Sodbusters up next, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be Sodbusters up
Yeah.
next, so we'll have Sodbusters leading into Oshkosh in real life, and then 2 weeks after in real life Sodbusters, because we'll be out there doing the thing at Oshkosh. So here's your schedule on the screen right now. So August 1st, we'll be at Sodbusters. But, if you can't make that one, that's okay. We still have August 22nd for Rocky Mountain Nationals, or Rocky Mountain eSTOL, and then September 5th, which is going to be, I think we figured out where it's going to be. It's going to be at Creswell.
Yep.
I'm wondering.
It's Oregon, isn't it? Yep. That's the one.
Yep. And then October 19th, we'll be at Lebanon this year because we have actually moved fields for some construction that's happening at Music City, the Music City airport out there. So October 19th for Music City, and then of course November 14th and 15th for Lone Star eSTOL for the final championship round as well. And then that'll be it for the season, but that doesn't mean that you can't come and enjoy flying with all of the cool people at National
Absolutely.
in game. Because just like you, Kat, I know that you're streaming, I know that you're playing, and so everyone's having flyouts and having a great time in between competitions. So if you want to get in on the community, just jump in.
Nationalstole.com/chat. That's the one you're looking for. Come and join us and get yourself trained up, and we practice, we fly, we bush, we do it all.
Heck yeah, absolutely. So I know that I don't want to go anywhere, but unfortunately, we gotta go. But I'm Cam Walton, and for Cat Blue Flame, thank you for being with us. Thanks to Tom as well for joining us while Cat was flying, and we'll see you at the next National eSTOL competition at Sodbusters.